Angeles Kings welcome you inside the Fortress. A good crowd has turned out for the first home preseason game of the. As we're underway from T-Mobile, Mark Stone with a drive on right off the bat. Turned away by Forsberg, and this
looking to do it again this year.
And healthy, right? For
right.
The first time again. Bit by the injury bug a few times in his career.
Right.
Forsberg will cover. Good pinch to keep it alive. Able to work it off to Bowman. Set off at the point. Moves it across. Dylan Coughlin with a wrist shot kicked away by Forsberg. The Kings will push it out and Taylor Ward to clear it. Now here's Dylan Coughlin. Sit back with the VGK again. LeBlanc to the offensive zone, and Forsberg swallows that up.
16-0-2.
There's a steal here for Trevor Moore, and he's denied by Hill, but he took a whack on the way to the net. Ben Hutton.
And opportunity to win for veterans like those two.
Whitecloud up ahead for Tomas Hertl. Cut off along the wall by Dumoulin. Power play is over. Dumoulin looking into the middle. Wrist shot, score! Taylor Ward. Just after the power play expired, he goes upstairs, and the Kings on the board first.
You can see that right there, loose puck, and it went right back to him. Penalty had expired. Gets to the middle of the box, but just out of the reach. You see right there, able to go across the body.
Battledore Fever in the offensive end. The goal for the Kings came 5 seconds after the power play was up. Ben Hutton with a wrist shot, smothered by Forsberg.
That's what the coach talk about, different evaluation for different players. Bowman and Uchez have a game under their belt. Coach Cassidy saying, can they take a step forward?
Dumoulin centers it towards the net. With Brian Dumoulin. Now Warren Fogle behind the net. Their win in the Four Nations tournament.
I talked to Zach Whitecloud about how many games he needs to get ready to go. I'll take 0. And he got hurt
a
couple of years ago first
Colorado,
shift of the preseason.
Carlson off to Stone, but wouldn't settle for him. Now the Kings regain possession. And Jeff Malott to move it out. Now through center ice, Movavara. Sent in by Gustevich. Now you think about Jack Eichel out there, but Mitch Marner out there. What that top unit will look like. Carlson down the Stone, backdoor to Hertl, and he healed it.
One muff pass and one real good pass.
Now the Golden Knights change up their power play unit. Ben Hutton straight away. Lazinski feeding her towards the net, deflected on the Forsberg.
Think of ideal, and Dylan Coughlin was talking about that season. I'd like to play them all. That would be a good sign again this year.
Was that battle a couple of years ago? Paul Potter and Pavel Dorofeev, right? Who was right? Make the team. I'm gonna say the preseason means.
Dylan Coughlin, you know what? I could be there, or I could be a first caller.
Catterford with a chance. Save Forsberg. That broke through him, but puck held in right on the line by Smith. Hannaford straddles the blue line too. And Carlson will swing it a little bit further. Stone swoops in to pick it up into the middle. Shot off the goal post. Score! That was in.
But this is Mark Stone off the wall. The puck just finding him. So intelligent. Gets to the shooting area. We're going to look at it again. Doesn't look good to me.
It's like Stone knew.
Wow.
They always know. And Tomas Hertl was on the 32-goal season last year. Hunting a wrist shot on the blocker save made by Forsberg.
It was a real difference maker for their season. And it started right away.
Hertl, open, wrist shot. Off the glove of Forsberg, and Stone trying to stuff it in, but couldn't quite do it. This might have been the best one. Mark Stone just couldn't quite get a handle on a rolling puck at the side of the net. Golden Knights had a one shot on it. Smith into the offensive zone. Pass intercepted by Turcotte. And here he comes back to full strength for LA. Green Tree right out of the box. Throws it wide of the net. Puck held in by Gersonoff. Green Tree with a wrist shot. Still able to get enough of that. Coughlin takes a hit in deep. Yeah, hit along the inboards. I'm a lot. Stevich hitting it towards the net. That's deflected out of play. Near boards. Hurdle comes away with a puck. Hurdle feeds it across. Here is Whitecloud with a wrist shot and a glove save. Forsberg. Dumoulin intercepts. Helenas right back into Ward. Throws it on net. Save made by Aiden Hill. And he'll hold. Still looking for their first goal of the preseason. A whopping 4 periods into it.
We want to hear a real goal call.
That's not an alleged goal. They were anxious to see what they could do. All back and healthy again, but Dorfield not on the ice to begin the second. Carlson trying to tuck it in, but Forsberg, well.
He did. Saad with a really nice pass. Carlson driving the net. Little sauce between two guys, tape to tape. That's the NHL, folks.
Right before and then also played right after the Four Nations tournament last year. Whitecloud at the point lets it rip, and that's deflected out of play. Hutton at the point. Commits, put it on net. Turned away by Forsberg. The rebound's there for Lavoie. I think he got hooked by Helenas. Penalty coming. Commits. Hutton a wrist shot. Blocked out of the zone by Ward. He and Hannafin out high, along with Hurdle, Stone, and Carlson. Hannafin's wrist shot right into the glove of.
Like we said, Hurdle, Saad, Stone.
Dorfield.
Yeah, the injury came at the wrong time.
Hurdle a wrist shot, save Forsberg. McNabb. Kings in the offensive zone. A wrist shot on that right side from Jared Wright. Fogel. Gano. Ceci a wrist shot on the blocker, save Schmid. Backhander on from this break.
Are you winded?
Let's get physical. Schmid with a nice save on the right.
Yeah. New marketing campaign for sure.
Shane will be recovered, I'm told, from his first exhibition game the other night. He'll be able to make the game Thursday. I will be tired, and Dan Duba will step in for the radio booth. So I'll do what Shane did tonight, which is wander around here. There's Ceci. Schmid holds on along the short side. Kirsanov, Hutton. Throws it towards the corner. Hurdle commits with a wrist shot and a glove save by Forsberg.
I'm ready not to get injured.
Yeah.
Injury prevention more than true fitness test, which makes sense in the stage he is in his career.
Yeah, I think about Carlson banged up in the playoffs a couple of years ago, right? Then missed the first 8 games last year due to injury, missed another 20 more. Hannafin off to Carlson. Hannafin a one-timer and a save, Forsberg. Rebound loose. Stone picks it up. Carlson a drive and a save, Forsberg again. Puck loose to Hurdle. Hannafin works it around the horn. Smith holding, denied by Forsberg. Good looks on this unit again. Hurdle to keep it alive. Half a minute to go in the period. Riley Smith down low for Hurdle. Jammed it on net. Forsberg holds the fort. 76 candles on the cake for the Boss today. I saw him over the summer. Very blessed to see a couple of shows in Milan, Italy. Still the best in the business. Now I'm biased.
Those skills, those things early on. The last couple of games will be more focused on your lineup and execution.
Puck loose down low. Wrist shot from Stevich, turned away by Schmid.
But again, the way this team and this organization is building, they have some players that were undrafted. Uchaz, Bowman, Whitecloud was a college free agent. So they've built that way. Guys are a little bit bigger, older, less risk than an 18-year-old.
Puck loose down low. Here's Hutton with a wrist shot, turned away by Forsberg. I say he's a little bit older. He's a whopping 21 years old.
Was that right?
Zach Whitecloud deep in his own end. Hannafin snaps it to Carlson. Wrist shot turned away by the shoulder of Forsberg. Of course, the big news for the Kings earlier in their training camp. Andrei Kopitar, their erstwhile captain, will call it a career after this season. Centering pass, score! Jeff Malott put in his own rebound on Schmid. He jams it home, and the Kings are up 2.
Neutral zone turnover. Even in the preseason, that'll cost you. Nice little passing play, and you can see, as you mentioned, it was Malott scoring on his own rebound after a nice save initially by Schmid. There's the save, and nothing you can do there.
Up ice, they come again. Hutton, good hustle to get back ahead of Greentree. Tomas Hertl the other way for Vegas with LeBlanc and Saad. Saad now to Kmitz, and he scores! William Kmitz snaps it home. The Golden Knights have their first goal of the preseason.
And of course, the first goal of the preseason is scored by William Kmitz, of course. Good for him. Let it go, one motion. But more than that, if you want to look for things from a young player, he was up in the play. He was not lagging. If he doesn't get up in the play.
Lazinski on the wing, trying to find some room. Cross to Coughlin with a wrist shot tipped on net. And Forsberg. LeBlanc was there, now Uchas on the counterattack. Into the offensive end with a wrist shot, turned away by Forsberg. Hannafin lets it rip, and that's blocked wide. Smith feeding it off. Stone rolls into the middle. Wrist shot, save Forsberg. Carlson down low, trying to get to it. Bouncing puck. And the Golden Knights have certainly stepped on the gas after the goal from Kmitz.
Energy in the building, energy at ice level.
Stretch pass to Helenas. Banks it down to the corner. Here's Wright. And Whitecloud burrows along, wrist shot, missed the net. Kirstenhoff with a shot. Broke his stick in the process, turned away by Schmidt. Kings goals tonight from Taylor Ward and Jeff Malott. William Kmitz has scored for the VGK here in the third. Uchas behind the net, trying to get to Demick. Hannafin at the controls. Golden Knights in the middle of a change. Now they've got Smith and Stone with Carlson. With a steal lead, put it towards the net.
Our Southern Nevada Toyota dealers instant replay. Akira Schmid makes the save. He was a little bit, see that right leg, looking for a pass across potentially. You could see.
For the extra attacker, down 1. Puck loose off the side of the post. Elena's digging away. Smith on the boards. Works his way loose. And broken up by Ward, who shovels it back in deep.
Talk about things you never work on in training camp. 6-on-5 and getting the goalie to the bench.
Schmid to the bench now. Moore with an empty net bid on the backhand, scores. Turnover in the neutral zone, and it's an easy one for Trevor Moore. Bounced it in on the backhand to apparently seal this one for the Kings.
Again, you can see top of your screen, Schmid just trying to get to the bench, lumbering there. Puck doesn't get deep. Goes back the other way. A 2-goal lead for the Kings.
Trevor Moore make it 3-1 for LA. Okay, the Golden Knights had a little fuller lineup tonight with 6 of their top forwards. Of course, they lost Pavel Dorofeev to injury in the first period. Hopefully nothing too serious. Schmid with a couple of good saves in tight. Turned away Pinelli on the second chance. We had Hannafin and Whitecloud and Hutton all in on defense. And the top 2 goaltenders split the game as well.
And much like the 2 young goalies played well in San Jose, 2 veteran goalies played well here.
Coughlin plays it to the far boards to Demick, and that'll do it. It's a 3-1 win for the Kings here in the preseason.